Hello guys, welcome back to Chemistry Study Group. So in this video, we are going to be treating chemical bonding. So what is chemical bonding? Chemical bonding is the force of attraction that holds atom or ions together to form molecule or compound. Again, I said chemical bonding is the force of attraction that holds atom or ions together to form molecules or compounds. Now, atoms, they don't like to stay alone. They rather come together to form bond in order to attain stability. In case you are asked in exam, why do atoms form bond? They form bond because they want to attain stability, or another reason is because they want to complete their outermost shell. Is that okay? All right, so majorly we have three types of bond. There could be others, but these are major types of bond. We have the ionic bond, we have the covalent bond, and we have the metallic bond. Is that okay? So these are the major types of bond we have. So we'll be taking them one by one and seeing practical example. All right. So when we are talking about ionic bond, right? So let's start with ionic bond. Ionic bonding. Okay, so in ionic bonding, what actually happens in ionic bonding is that there is what a transfer of electron, right? Ionic bonding usually deals with transfer of electron from a metal to a non-metal. It has to be from a metal to a non-metal. Is that okay? Let's think, for instance, now this is sodium. Sodium has one electron in its atomos shell, right? Just one electron in its atomos shell, and chlorine has 7 electrons in its atomos shell. So this particular chlorine now, it needs one electron to become stable. Don't forget, we say atoms form bond in order to attain stability, and to attain stability they have to complete 8 electrons or at least 2 electrons, which is doublet rule. Okay, so this particular chlorine now, it needs one electron to become stable. But this sodium, since it's having only one in its atomos shell, is not okay with it. All right, he rather lose this atomos shell, right, by transferring this one electron to chlorine. All right, so that chlorine now becomes what? -1. And then in transferring this one electron, it will become what? +1. So they become stable, right, by forming what we call sodium chloride. Okay, sodium chloride. They now form sodium chloride. This particular bonding is called ionic bonding. All right, this is ionic bonding. Secondly, we have the covalent bonding. Now, in covalent bonding, right, we talk about sharing of electron. So covalent bonding are formed by what? Sharing of electron, and it is usually between non-metal and non-metal, unlike the ionic bonding where it is moving from a metal to a non-metal. In covalent bonding, it is usually between non-metal and another non-metal. All right, so they share electron. Let's take, for instance, hydrogen. So hydrogen have only one electron, and since the electrons are not much, he rather bond with another hydrogen, right? For instance, so that they will come together, donating one hydrogen, right? They will now form what? Hydrogen molecule. They will form what? Hydrogen molecule. All right, this is what I'm saying. So this particular hydrogen will have one electron. This other hydrogen have one electron. So they will bring it together. This one will bring its own, this one will bring its own, so that they will now form what we call doublet rule. So since they don't have many electrons, they can only form doublet rule. So doublet rule, at least double means at least that this molecule should have at least 2 electrons so that they will be called stable. But octet is talking about 8. Octane, remember octane. So octet rule said an atom must have at least 8 electrons in the outermost shell to become stable. But in the case of hydrogen, since the electrons are not much, at least if they can get up to 2 electrons to satisfy doublet rule, they are good to go. So this is called covalent bonding. Now the third one, which is what? Metallic bonding. So we're going to be treating metallic bonding next. Number 3, metallic bonding. Now in metallic bonding, this particular type of bonding occur between metal atoms and free electrons. It occurs between metal atoms and free electrons, right? So this is the most difficult kind of bonding for students to understand because it cannot be easily represented with diagram as I've done for ionic bonding and covalent bonding. But anyway, I'll still try to do a little uh, diagram for you. Now, all right, so let's say we have electrons in this rod. This is a rod, electrons are here, right? So this is these are electrons in this metal. So this is a metal, let's call it a metal rod. Now in this metal rod, there are free electrons inside. So by the time it is maybe connected to heat, this particular electron begin to conduct electricity. Is that okay? So metallic bonding occur between a metal and free electrons. So the negative electrons begin to attract the positive metal ion, holding everything together. All right. So these are the three major types of chemical bonding: the ionic bonding, the covalent bonding, and the metallic bonding. So if this video makes sense to you, don't forget to like, share, and follow us for more. God bless you.